Dear seekers, I am sharing with you all an incident of the leaseholder and the imaginary curse. It is one of the many anecdotes from Sri Ramana Maharishi's life that illustrate his wisdom and the practical application of his teachings. It depicts that our suffering often stems from our beliefs and perceptions. By questioning and letting go of these beliefs, we can find inner peace and liberation. In rural Tamil Nadu, when villagers see a monkey passing through, they will prostrate before it, honoring it as an incarnation of Hanuman. But among the citizens of Tiruvannamalai, the hill monkeys neither enjoyed the reverence of village India nor the affection shown to them on the hill by Bhagwan. They were mischievous and made regular raids on the township. On their visits, they were notorious for wrecking freshly washed clothes hanging out to dry or pilfering vegetables and fruits from street vendors. They were also on hand to harass pilgrims carrying fruit offerings at temples and shrines. So their popularity was not without limits. In 1908, an epidemic broke out and gradually found its way to Tiruvannamalai. Because of Virupaksha's proximity to the township, Sri Ramana was forced to leave the cave. His animal friends accompanied him, as did Ganpati Muni, the great Sanskrit scholar-poet, and other devotees and ashramites. They shifted to the more remote Panchai Amman temple, one of the places where Parashakti came to do her penance. This holy site had been home to Bhagwan for 6 months during the epidemic of 1905 and now again from January to March 3 years later. Statues of Devas line the temple's approach, and to the left of the shrine is a sacred tirth. Near the enclosure are the companions of Durga, the fighting Devas who battled the demon Mahishasur. The monkey clan took up residence nearby. In those days, there was a grove of tamarind trees near the temple grounds that the municipality contracted out by public auction. The current leaseholder was a Muslim who lived nearby. As the grove of trees was known to give a particularly rich yield of tamarind pods, the leaseholder was intent on protecting them from the hill monkeys who were fond of feeding on them. The man used various methods to discourage the four-legged raiders. However, in time, these intruders became less and less intimidated by his stick waving and loud shouts. One day, as he stood with his servant helplessly watching the tamarind being stolen, he was almost in tears of frustration. The servant said, "Sir, what will we do now? They are going to take all the fruits for themselves." The leaseholder replied, I know. At this rate, there will be no tamarind left on the trees at all. It's going to be a disaster." Servant added, "Nothing seems to scare them away. Shaking sticks and chasing after them makes no difference any longer." Leaseholder affirmed, "You are right. We need something that will really frighten them. Tomorrow I'll go to the bazaar and buy a catapult. That will get us rid of them." The following day, an elderly craftsman in the town made him a forked stick with a strong elastic band attached to it. With his newly acquired catapult in hand, the leaseholder returned to the grove, accompanied by his servant and a friend. The monkeys were already there, raiding the trees of fruits as usual. Enough was enough. Taking out his new weapon, he began shooting various sized stones into the branches overhead. At first, the monkeys did not even notice, so poor was his aim. But little by little, as he began to get a better feel for it, he started to fire with increasing accuracy. The servant exclaimed, "See, sir, they are beginning to retreat. It's really working." The leaseholder shoots again and the group scramble for safety. Servant said, "Sir, send one into the tree just above you." He fires another small stone, again meeting with success as the monkeys screeched loudly before scuttling away. The friend said, "There, that one. See that big one over there? Try to hit it if you can. It keeps coming back again and again, encouraging the others to do the same." The leaseholder picks up a large stone and launches it with full force at the insistent monkey. To his horror, he makes a direct hit to its head. The body tumbles from the tree and lands at their feet with a loud thud. The leaseholder, scared, "Oh my goodness, what have I done?" Friend exclaimed, "Oh, I'm afraid you hit it quite hard." The leaseholder said, "It doesn't look good. It's not moving." Servant sadly said, "Sir, do you think it's..." As the other monkeys nearby started screeching loudly, the friend said, "Come, let's get out of here quickly. They're starting to react." The three run away in panic as a monkey jumps up and down in protest, filling the air with their screams of anger and sorrow. The monkey tribe gathered up their companion and carried him to Pachai Amman temple, laying the motionless figure before Bhagwan. As they considered Bhagwan their friend, it was quite natural for them to bring him their grief and complaints. Their cries grew louder in his presence, and the eyes of some filled with tears. Bhagwan touched the monkey, looking for any sign of life, but there was none. Just as sad as those around him, Bhagwan responded to their pain with tears of his own. This calmed down the monkeys, and when they became quiet, he spoke to them. He said, "Death is inevitable for everyone who is born. He at whose hands this monkey died will also meet with death one day. This is the law of nature. There's no need to grieve about it or be angry." Gradually, Bhagwan's soft, sympathetic love soothes their heart. Bhagwan continues to gaze compassionately at their dead friend. Pacified by his empathy, the monkey tribe finally leaves, sadly bearing away the corpse of their slain comrade. Some days later, the leaseholder fell ill. Several doctors were called to his home, but none were able to cure him. His family and friends became very worried. His friend expressed, "His condition is very serious." Leaseholder's wife stated, "He was fine and then suddenly his high fever appeared. He keeps mumbling something about having killed a monkey on the hill. Do you know anything about that? The friend said, Yes, madam, I'm afraid it's true, but it was an accident. Neighbor's wife also hinted, The monkeys are friendly with the holy man at Pachai Amman temple. I heard he feeds them and even talks with them. It seems the tribe carried the dead monkey to him and laid it at his feet, all the while crying terribly. Neighbor also disclosed, Someone also told me, the Swami said, that one who killed the monkey would also die. Pricking up his ears, the leaseholder's father questioned, Did he really say that? Pointing in the direction of his half-conscious son. Then that's why my son is lying here like this, unable to move for past 3 days. It's the Swami's curse. Overhearing the conversation and muttering feebly, the leaseholder, in his fevered state, gasping for breath, said, Please go to the Swami. Beg his forgiveness on my behalf. Only the one who cursed me can lift it. Tell him I'm sorry and I'll do anything to make things right. A Muslim family seeking the help of a Swami was not common. Yet they were convinced that it was their only hope. After preparations were made, the family set off for Pachai Amman temple. Bhagwan was there when they arrived, sitting quietly as usual. With hands palm to palm, the leaseholder's father bowed before Bhagwan. Swami, please forgive this intrusion. I am the father of the man responsible for the monkey's death some days ago. Since then, he has been seriously ill and we fear for his life. He keeps on raving about having killed the monkey and crying out for your forgiveness. Bhagwan listens quietly but does not speak. Gesturing at those with him, the father orated, See here, Swami, these are my son's wife and children. We have all come to beg your forgiveness. Bhagwan continues to stare ahead into the distance. Becoming distressed with Bhagwan's silence, leaseholder's wife voiced, Please, Swami, at least give us vibhuti. If we receive sacred ash from your hands and put it on his forehead, he will surely be spared. Swami, please be merciful and save my husband. He is not a bad man. They all fell at Bhagwan's feet, begging his help. Looking up at Bhagwan, the father cried out, Swami, don't punish us any further. Please show us your mercy and give us some holy ash. Nothing else can remove your curse from my son. With a look of bewilderment, Bhagwan breaks his silence. Curse? What curse? You are all quite mistaken. I did not curse your son, nor have I ever cursed anyone. When the monkeys came to me that day, I simply told them that whoever takes birth cannot escape death. This is the law of nature common to all beings. Moreover, I am not in the habit of giving vibhuti. You have all left a sick man to come here. Go home and nurse him, and then take him to a good doctor and get him treated. With great conviction, his wife pleaded, "We will not leave until we get some holy ash from Swami's blessed hands." Father said, "Please, Swami, have compassion for my ailing son. If you give us vibhuti, he will surely recover. His life is in your hands." Bhagwan lipped again. "What can I do if you are so insistent?" Going to the fireplace, Bhagwan takes a pinch of wood ash and hands it to them. On receiving it, their faces beam with joy. Falling once more at Bhagwan's feet, leaseholder's wife affirmed, "Thank you, Swami, thank you. Now everything will surely be all right." The family bows before Bhagwan, and one by one they take their leave. Upon returning home, they apply the holy ash to the brow of the ailing man, and he makes a complete recovery in no time. After this miracle, he finds himself more tolerant of Bhagwan's monkey friends whenever they come to visit his grove. He even offers them their fair share of tamarind pods. It is said that he remained a devotee of Bhagwan for the rest of his life.
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल